Welcome back. PPE requirements. Eye protection must be worn when using compressed air, using hazardous chemicals. Some safety data sheets may require goggles or shields, not just safety glasses. Using equipment that results in ejectiles, such as grinders or welding, in designated areas, such as the filling room and manufacturing areas. Other PPE is to be worn depending on the circumstance. For example, hearing protection or gloves. Additional requirements may be required as part of good manufacturing practices. Different areas may require specific PPE. Safety shoes and high-vis vests are required for all areas outside the offices, toilets and laboratory. For visitors, overshoe safety caps are available. However, it would be best if the visitors are told in advance of our PPE requirements. The exemption to this rule is F1. As F1 manufactures flammable products, high-vis vests are excluded from this area due to the risk of static discharge. Safety glasses must be worn inside the filling and manufacturing areas. Hearing protection must also be worn in the manufacturing areas. For clarity, here is a map of the areas with high-vis vests or clothing must be worn. For eyes away, high-vis vests and clothing are also required outside the laboratory and office areas. It is a requirement to wear eye protection inside the filling and manufacturing areas. If you wear prescription glasses, then face shields or safety glasses must be worn over the glasses. Hearing protection must be worn in the filling, manufacturing and dispensing areas. Facility 1 is where flammable products are manufactured. Additional controls are required to prevent ignition sources. High-vis vests, which can discharge static electricity, and portable electronic devices, including mobile phones, are not to be taken inside. Traffic management. Pedestrians must wear appropriate footwear and personal protective equipment and use walkways where present. Drivers must obey one-way systems, speed limits, and hold current licenses for the vehicles they are driving. Do not use mobile phones when walking or driving anywhere on site. Drivers must slow down and watch out for pedestrians. The speed limit for all external areas is 8 kilometers per hour. Do not walk through the main gate at Mountain Highway. Use the adjacent pedestrian gate. Follow painted walkways. Keep behind the physical barrier when walking down Mountain Highway driveway. If you are driving down Mountain Highway driveway and there are trucks and forklift activity, honk your horn to warn and gain the attention of the drivers. Do not proceed until the forklift driver grants permission to proceed. Car parking. There is limited parking at Mountain Highway due to the requirement to store pallets and dangerous goods outside the facility. There are a number of car parking spaces reserved for visitors and drivers holding disabled permits. Do not park in these spaces unless you hold a valid permit. The majority of parking is available at Isa Way. Isa Way is accessed via Cowman Drive off Mountain Highway. There have been a number of incidents on Mountain Highway driveway involving cars, trucks and forklifts. Some of these have been near misses and could have resulted in serious injury. Given that car parking spaces are already full by 7 o'clock in the morning on the driveway, there is no reason to access the Mountain Highway driveway after this time. Therefore, to minimise the risk of incidents between cars, trucks and or forklifts, we no longer allow access to cars down the driveway between 7 o'clock and 3:30 in the afternoon. During this period, you cannot use the driveway as a thoroughfare to Isa Way. Isa Way must be accessed via Cowman Drive. Anyone failing to comply with this policy will receive warnings. Repeat offenders will be issued with formal warnings. Follow the footpaths, marked walkways to walk to from Isa Way. Baxter Laboratories will not tolerate discrimination, bullying or harassment of any kind. It is important to note that sexual harassment includes, but is not limited to, comments about a person's appearance or sexual life, suggestive behaviour, offensive telephone calls, unnecessary physical intimacy, sexual jokes, photographs, reading matter or objects, sexual propositions or continued requests for dates, physical contact, and indecent assault or rape, which are both criminal offences. If you are the subject of harassment and bullying, you should, in the first instance, talk to your supervisor or manager. However, if this is not practical, please talk to the EHS manager, who will coordinate any responses. It's important to note that each incident will be managed on a case-by-case basis. You cannot come to work if you have a blood alcohol concentration greater than 0. Closed-circuit cameras are installed in production, warehouse and external locations. Images from these cameras will only be used to support incident investigations. Incidents could be quality or safety related. Any evidence of product tampering could result in termination and potential legal actions. You will now need to answer some questions before you can proceed to the next section of the induction.